is a live tribute to the enduring legacy of Pink Floyd, one of the most powerful and popular bands of our times. Built around timeless and universal themes, Pink Floyd created some of the most important and honored works in rock history, including The Dark Side of the Moon, Wish You Were Here, Animals, and The Wall. In the process, Pink Floyd has sold well over 100 million albums while filling stadiums and arenas with millions of fans worldwide. The Dark Side of the Moon spent an astonishing 741 weeks, over 14 years, on the Billboard Top 200 album charts. The Wall sold over 23 million copies and inspired one of the greatest rock cult movies in history.
I have had a deep appreciation of this music since, like I said, I've been 12 years old. And I think people who grew up listening to Pink Floyd, it's a spiritual type music, it's a very deep music, and it's very meaningful to those people. And we do a note-for-note recreation of the music. I mean, there are other Floyd bands there are other Pink Floyd tributes that do note-for-note recreations. A lot of them are a little more loose in what they do, more of a jam band thing at times. We don't do that. We have made a very diligent, careful effort to reproduce the Pink Floyd music as best we can. And I think people that come to see our show, that's what they really find remarkable. We often get the comment that if you close your eyes, you think you're listening to the album, and that's a compliment. A lot of musicians don't like to be told they sound like other musicians. For someone to tell us we sound exactly like the record, it's the best. That's as good as it gets.
The recording engineer on Pink Floyd's legendary album The Dark Side of the Moon was Alan Parsons. Few people are better qualified to comment on the sound quality of a Pink Floyd tribute band.
I prefer to say, rather than close your eyes and you're hearing the album, I prefer to say close your eyes and you're listening to Pink Floyd live.
Which One's Pink is devoted to keeping Pink Floyd alive and introducing the magic of Pink Floyd to new generations. Which One's Pink has inherited the legacy of Pink Floyd, capturing longtime fans and new converts alike by performing these timeless classics with passion and uncanny precision.
Some people don't want to have anything to do with a tribute band. But when you say it's a Pink Floyd tribute band, they pay a little more attention. It seems like we have a overflow of fans sometimes. It's really great.
Which One's Pink's live performances have inspired thousands of fans of all ages. This tribute band brings the Pink Floyd stadium concert experience to more intimate venues and in the process transports the fan to a world rarely experienced since Pink Floyd became one of the top drawing concert acts of the 20th century.
period, my favorite album of all time. Back in college, like, that was it. And there's really, to me, when I took the reins and started to kind of talk to these about it, it's like, look, you guys, there's no other band in the history where albums as a complete work are more important or more relevant than Pink Floyd. And you can go, I mean, like, the Beatles are great, but unless you're doing Sgt. Pepper or maybe Abbey Road, like, if you come out and hey, we're going to do Rubber Soul tonight, that's great, I love that record. And even Led Zeppelin, like, hey, we're going to come out and we're going to do Physical Graffiti tonight, that's great, I love that record. But it doesn't hold the weight of, we're going to do The Wall, or we're going to do Animals, or we're going to do Dark Side of the Moon. And there's really 5 of them that you could go hammer that people would be, on any given night, would be, oh, I'd love to go see that in its completion, you know.
Which One's Pink fans, like Alan Parsons, are amazed by the band's performances of classic Pink Floyd albums such as The Dark Side of the Moon, played in their entirety.
I actually saw them in Santa Barbara doing a complete version of Dark Side of the Moon.
Really?
And it was absolutely extraordinary. And, I mean, of course, like everyone else in the world, I know, perhaps better than anybody, I know the record of Dark Side of the Moon backwards. But when I actually saw those guys playing it live, it took me back to the days when I was out with Floyd doing it live.